Hello guys, today we are very honored to have invited a brilliant young guy from Switzerland called Jeff Frey to our program.
Thank you very much, Alan. Hello guys.
Yeah, please introduce yourself a little bit more to them.
As you said, I'm from Switzerland. I came to China around 5 years ago, and meanwhile I built my own startup. I came to China actually as an exchange student from Tsinghua, and after that I worked at the Swiss embassy, and from there I started my own startup, which now is the biggest platform for foreigners in Beijing. And we are very influential when it comes to that. We help companies to find interns in the different companies. So also if you are looking for interns, guys,
you're the right person to talk to, right?
Absolutely.
I see. So you mainly introduce foreigners in Beijing to find internships, right? Or including Chinese
It is
students as well?
for everyone, actually.
For everyone. Oh.
The thing is that we mostly post and write in English. So if there are Chinese there, they're mostly bilingual, which is actually very good because a lot of companies are looking for bilingual people, right?
Yes.
So that's we work a lot with international companies, actually.
I see. Well, I'm kind of curious. In the beginning, you were an exchange student, then you worked in the embassy. Now, how did you get the idea of having this startup to do the internship business?
Yeah, well, I think it's very simple. I'm really a doer kind of person, so I really like to do something. I cannot just sit in an office and type my stuff, and I want to create stuff.
Make a difference.
Exactly. I call myself like an entrepreneur from the heart. So I really have passion for creating stuff. So from there, eventually I must have ended up like an entrepreneur, I think.
Good. That's kind of like a dream come true. It really suits you because you have the entrepreneurship, this spirit in you, right?
Yeah, I think like honestly, I think I'm not different than any other person. I think like really like, I was a student, there's millions of students out there, and I just had like the passion to go for it. I believe in it, then I talk about it, and then you achieve it. So I think like really you have to have this passion in you, and then anybody can do his own stuff. You just have to find something that you're really interested in it.
I see.
And then you can do it.
Then you really just do it, right? Just like Nike. Yeah.
You
have the idea, do it, and make it like tangible, make it real.
Exactly. I think it's really important that you stick on your idea, and then you focus on it, and then you say like, okay, I want to do this, and then you figure out like how you can do it. You meet people like having the same mindset, so they're influencing you a lot. So if you meet other entrepreneurs, like Beijing is awesome, right? You have a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of startups. NetEase is also one of these companies that came out of zero and exploded.
Yes.
So you have these people in Beijing. So it's the perfect place to develop new ideas. You go to meetups, you talk to these people, and you just get this inspiration, and you just want to do it as well.
I see. And also people are like attract each other.
Exactly. So it's really cool. Yesterday I went to an event, a networking event, and it's really cool. The people all there, they're like listening. So how did this guy manage to grow his startup? And everybody there is just focusing on this, like, okay, how can I do it? Even the people that don't have startups, they think like, that's inspiring. I want to do the same. So
I see. They have the curiosity, right?
Yeah.
That also really kind of the first step to help you learn.
Yeah. Clearly, it's very good to learn with these people.
Great.
I mean, these people they didn't learn necessarily. I mean, of course, they went to university maybe or to college. They have basic knowledge. I mean, they're not stupid, right? But the difference is that you learn a lot outside of the university. So with these people, so I think you can learn a lot from them.
Yeah. We have a saying actually from Confucius. It's like wherever there are three people, they can always find a person who can be your teacher. It's like also learning. another term related to it is like learning doesn't always happen in universities, in classroom. Outside the university, outside classrooms, you still learn. Sometimes learn even more.
Yeah.
Because you spend more time outside the classroom, right? Because studying in the university, in school, just a short period of your lifetime.
Clearly. No, I agree with that. We have, for example, in Switzerland, we have a different system.
Yeah.
In Switzerland, like here, everybody has to go to university. Like it's basically the way you have to do it.
Like life-changing kind of threshold.
Exactly. In Switzerland, before university, actually already in high school, you can decide either you're going to continue for university or you start with an apprenticeship. So meaning that you already learn the work that you're going to continuously do. This could be an electrician, this could be something like that.
Vocational training?
Yeah, something like this, right? So it's with 16, you already decide, okay, I want to go for this track, and then you have like a 3-year development. So you go to this job, you work there. You also have school beside it, but you have work experience after that.
I see.
So with maybe 19, you're already full-time employed and you're 3 years experience, so it's a really good system. And then the other part goes to university and they have the academic knowledge, so it's 2 different ways of approach.
Good, wow. So that's like 2 different paths you can choose, right?
Definitely,
and it's really good if you are at that age you are able to make the right decision for yourself. You should know what you really like, what you really want to achieve in your life. That's good. That's a bit different from China, because China, I think majority of them will try to, get to university, to try to pass the entrance examination to get into university. If they fail, maybe they will, alternative is to, to get another training in the vocational field. Yeah, but actually, so it's different in your country.
Yeah. I mean, it's also different with the pressure of the parents and stuff. So
yes.
It's like actually my father told me like I should go for an apprenticeship, but I just didn't know what kind of apprenticeship, because you were making like a life changing decision with 16. So you're basically saying, okay, no, I'm gonna go for this field. And obviously you want to change the field later on, so you're going to stick with that. So I wasn't on the position to make this life-changing decision, so I decided
that's a lot of challenge.
I think it's a lot of responsibility as well. With 16, you're young, you have so many years ahead.
So many things are there for me to choose from. Sometimes it's a bit hard to choose.
Definitely.
Once you choose something, you may think about, I may be losing something. You gain some, you lose some. It's always choosing something, sometimes a really risky thing.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of the company that you have, and internship, actually most of our audience, I think, lots of them are college students who are maybe looking for internship opportunities. And in your opinion, as a student, maybe in the last year of the graduation, what are some qualifications, what are the key factors they shall be looking for when they try to find the right internship?
Well, as I say, like we're in China, right? So it's all about Guanxi.
Guanxi. Oh, Guanxi. Okay.
So it's very crucial. I think it's the easiest way to find an internship is, of course, if you know somebody in the company.
Yeah. So
this is the easiest way. And in order to know them, I mean, obviously, if you come from another province to a university in Beijing, chances are very low that you don't know anyone, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you have to meet these people. So how do you meet them? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. So depending on which field you are, like maybe you're studying engineering, maybe you're studying finance. So you can, I think it's always crucial to go to networking events. Networking events, I think, is very, very important in China. You go to these events, you just like talk a little bit to the people. You make your own business card. It's a very good idea actually for students as well.
Students have business cards?
Yeah. And then you write down like I'm a graduate student at Tsinghua or whatever. So this is like,
I see.
Because people in China, it's still tradition, even though there's Weixin and this is also very important, exchange Weixin with the people. But there's always give your business card with the 2 hands to somebody important, and then he already looks at you, sees your face, has something in his hand, so later he will remember.
Yeah, you never know when opportunity will come, right?
Exactly.
Once you have this kind of it's kind of like when you're fishing, you put the bait out.
Yeah, exactly. You just put as much stuff outside there, and somebody's gonna pick it,
Exactly.
And
that's good. And also, it takes courage.
Yeah.
Some Chinese people are quite reserved.
I totally agree. But there's one thing. I mean, it's no problem to just, it's online, right? You just inscribe for the event, you go there. All right, I think there's no problem. Chinese have no problem to do that and to go there. The problem that they maybe have is that they're very shy and they're waiting in the corner, they don't know who to talk to.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I always tell the people.
What is that?
Everybody at networking event is there to network. So you don't have to be shy. Like everybody else is in the same situation. Maybe some of them don't know the other people neither. You just like go out and talk to someone. And because you know he's not gonna slap you, he's not gonna be angry at you for talking to him. He's just gonna, maybe if you have topics that are not interesting, then yeah, he will like maybe stop the conversation after a while. But you there's no problem with that, you know? Like just be open-minded. This is everything. Like being open-minded is anyway very important. Like if you talk to the people, being open-minded, that's also a very important skill nowadays, right, for companies. So just go out and talk to the people, because the others are in the same situation. They're also shy. So.
Exactly. Just remember, you're not alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and also by talking to people, you never know the person you're talking to may know some person that can really get you what you want, right? Yeah, that's the key.
That's what I always say.
Really?
Really, because like, I mean, I started my business with other interns, like really young people, and I went to them to ask them, hey, does your company look for someone? So eventually they gave me, of course, the contacts of the HR and the higher level people. So I asked these very normal people, students, and this is how I grow my business. Never underestimate the person talking to you.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you never know, like maybe his father is a big guy, or
exactly.
I don't know.
You never know when you can find a gold mine.
Yeah, be open-minded and give everyone a chance. I think this is very crucial.
Great. Wow, excellent. Can you tell us some, I mean, you know, I'm sure you have helped a lot, right? Helped a lot of students with your platform. Can you give us some specific examples of certain people found a great internship, working in a certain company, and that led you know, fundamentally changed his or her career in the future? That can be quite inspiring, I think.
I just want to mention, like, we have two different models, right? So we look for interns that are already in Beijing. So we help the people the companies that are looking for local people. This is also for visa a lot easier. And on the other hand, we also have cooperation with universities abroad that they bring their people to China for half a year. And on like maybe Chinese classes at the university, and then they go in the afternoon, they go to an internship. And I think those guys have the most life-changing moments. So examples could be, for example, exchange students from Mexico come over to China, and then they have Chinese classes. You know, that they're students, and they like to go out, they like to party. Yeah. So they expect this, and they're actually also doing that, but then they realize, hey, China is not only about, like, I'm now maybe 20 and I'm out and party, I want to do that, but then they realize, hey, actually, this is great stuff. For example, we had some interns coming from Mexico going for internships at Lenovo, and that's a big company, you know.
Yeah,
it's just in the neighborhood. Yeah, exactly.
Not far from here.
So you have to see these guys come there and they expect, okay, maybe I just go for an exchange and I do whatever I want. And then they realize, hey, this is a big opportunity. And then they realize, especially if they work in this area here, where all the big internet giants are from China are here, right? Not only NetEase, but as I said, Lenovo and others are around here. So they realize, hey, this is China is like really insanely growing, and there's so many business opportunities. So these guys, they not only maybe think about staying with Lenovo or the same company, but they think like, hey, everybody here is like so motivated, so eager to build something that they get inspired by the other people, and then they just want to do it as well. So a lot of them actually, they have half a year visa, right? They stay here for the university, and then they go home, they finish the university, and they're back, or they come even back the next half year, just to continuously work here, or try to even, I mean, of course then there's the visa issue, right? But they'll find a way, like Chinese school or something like that, that they can stay here and keep the flow and building their own stuff. So this is like really insane. I really love this.
Very good positive impact.
Yeah,
so everyone is trying to, so they kind of find out it's not just about partying, right? And it's about to be motivated like others, to make a difference like others. They don't want to get left behind and they want to stay in China more.
I think it's exactly the right age, That's the age where you are still like young and independent.
Yeah.
And then you hit the market and then you realize, okay, yeah, maybe life is different, It's not all about like hanging out with my friends. It's about your career. It's like career development, going to the next stage, and planning your future. So I think like obviously China is a growing economy, and there's a lot of potential here. So that they really realize it when they are here. So this is life changing, I would say.
Wow, good. Really good to hear that. Yeah,
definitely.
Excellent. So can you share some of your future plans with us?
My personal future plans. Well, of course, trying to grow our own company even bigger. Meanwhile, we started as an internship platform, but meanwhile, as I said, we are the biggest platform for foreigners in Beijing. So we have a lot of influence, and we are basically KOL, key opinion leaders for foreigners in China. And also, we work with the government together to not only connect our people, the foreigners, with careers in China, but also to connect them with culture. Which means like China is very interested in international culture and also to expand their culture to other countries. So having a lot of foreigners already in the country, that's the point where they can really like take influence and explain to these foreigners how China works and the whole culture, how it is done here. So this is a good platform for them. So we help them basically, the government to connect foreigners with the Chinese culture. This is through cultural festivals. We have one in Chengde, in Hebei, coming up after the Chinese New Year.
After Chinese New Year?
Yeah, after Chinese New Year. And then in March we have one in Tianmen, in Beijing.
Tianmen.
Yeah, so these are really like places where they are looking for foreigners, that also the local Chinese gets to know the different cultures. Maybe they didn't go abroad, but they can still like experience the culture within China. So we are really trying to help.
Okay, that's good.
To connect all this.
I'm looking forward to attending those
definitely. I'll let you know when it is.
Thank you.
Definitely. No.
Excellent.
And then some other plans that I have is I'm involved in a lot of startups and in the community here. So I'm also doing some tourism data collection. So we help to the different governments and different tourism boards in China, but also abroad, to analyze their tourists and to improve their service, of course, right? So we have data analysis reports and marketing strategies.
So I can kind of sense you're really you're a person who really like to help people.
Yeah, of course.
Help people from outside China to really get the best experience.
Yeah, I mean,
in China.
I'm here now for 5 years. I love the culture here. I mean, I feel integrated into China, and I want other people to
feel the same.
Yeah, to know.
Have the same joy like that I have.
Like I come from Switzerland. In Switzerland, it's not like the people are very eager to go to China, because Switzerland itself has already a very good economy and we're growing, and so there's no need to find the Chinese dream, right? So we're already established. But when I came to China, everybody was asking me like, why China? And I said like, guys, if you didn't realize, China is the future. So meanwhile that they see what I'm doing, and also my friends back home, they're saying like, okay, maybe China is not so bad, So I'm really trying to influence them as well, to tell them like, guys, like China is really the place to be. If you want to grow, if you want to establish yourself, then go to China, learn the language, and after that you open the world to yourself. Yeah.
It will, yes, expand your horizon, open your eyes.
Clearly. International thinking is always important, I think. Like, is it China or other countries? I think international experience is very crucial as well for career.
Good. Wow, I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, now I also 100% agree with you.
Perfect, see?
Perfect. Okay, one more question.
Please.
Speaking of, previously you mentioned about networking events. Some of the students may want to know where they can find the good networking events that are suitable for them and easy for them to, to integrate, mingle in those networking events?
Yeah, well, as I said, it depends always on the field where you are, right? Like engineering or stuff like this. This is always different. Also, if you're in cryptocurrencies, there's different stuff. So we basically we do also a lot of networking events and career development events that you can just find them on Internsinbeijing on our WeChat account. So you can just follow there, and we will always inform you about the newest events. But also there's a lot of good platforms that you can just search on Baidu, I guess, right? And you can just type in like Meetup, and then whichever field you are looking for. I think
Meetup in Chinese or Meetup in English.
Yeah, I would actually
Meetup in Beijing.
There's actually pages like that. I think like Meetup.com that you
really?
find some stuff, and but I think like there's a lot of platforms that you can find different events, especially for your field. So actually, if you follow us on WeChat, you will be informed about all these platforms, so you can learn a lot.
That's
so
good, that's good.
Depending on which field you're looking for, you can find the cool events. So I think at the moment, one of the most crucial networking societies is cryptocurrency. I think, like, even though it's not, cryptocurrencies are blocked in China, but the idea, the blockchain behind it is very interesting. And I'm looking around here, like it's a growing community. So this is also a future topic that interns watch out for that. Blockchain, I think that's the future. So if you have basic knowledge in that, it's easier to find jobs with this.
Okay, that's like, good. That's
always watch out for new technologies. I think this is also important. Always, every day, learn. Try to read articles and try to be ahead of the game for everything. Like, because a lot of employers want people that are like going to the next mile. You know, like extra efforts that are developing themselves. So stuff like this, I think it's really crucial. So if you know a lot, you read a lot, read articles, then you can establish yourself very well also in business.
Follow
career.
the trend. You have to find out what is trending at the moment. What technology is new.
Definitely.
Be the pioneer there. Usually the pioneer gets the most benefits.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's of course risky sometimes, but you know, the benefits are huge.
Exactly.
I mean, there's
risky is just being risky is just normal, right? It's
Exactly.
like a venture, right? Nothing venture, nothing gain.
And the best thing about it is you have nothing to lose. If you learn about it and nobody cares, well, okay.
So what?
Well, you learn it for yourself, but it's not nothing that is gonna like have a bad influence on you. It's always positive to learn.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just a matter of time, right? You learn something, maybe that doesn't apply immediately. You never know when in your life in the future, because you have a whole life, a lot of things ahead of you. Maybe in a few years' time, you never know. Something will just come out. Oh, something I learned previously can really help me now.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Like a lot of interesting skills, like a lot of development and companies are saying that the next really important skill set is soft skills, right? Which is
soft
like
skills,
emotional intelligence, communication, networking ability,
critical thinking.
Exactly, stuff like this is very crucial, and I think like this is easy to learn in communities. Yeah. So this is also helping for the future. So maybe just now they're more looking for hard skills, but you learn it now, and in the future when they're really just focusing on soft skills, then you have it. So
exactly,
so that's an example.
Never stops learning, right? To build hard skills and the soft skills at the same time. It will definitely help you in the future.
Try to be ahead of the game, learn a lot, read a lot. I think like read a lot is very important. Like try to read the articles. Follow maybe influential people that in your field. So maybe if you are in engineering, there's maybe one guy that is really intelligent about that stuff. So you just follow him, read his articles, and also like maybe I don't know, if you're working with WeChat, you follow the WeChat follower,
founder.
Influencers. Yes, exactly. The founders are influencers, right?
Yeah. Find your own role model, right?
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in startup, well, this is also a topic that if you want to do your own stuff, then you can also follow us. We are also trying to give some inputs, because I really try to engage the community in making their own startups. I really like into that, have some passion for it.
Good for you. Wow. Excellent. Well, I guess we're kind of time. We're gonna wrap up here now. Before we finish up here, do you have any other words you'd like to say to your audience?
Yeah, well, what should I say? Guys, I think like the career is ahead of you. You have a big chance. Lucky you are in China, most of you, I think. So yeah, try to take this advantage. Go out, try to meet people, build guanxi. That's over generations. That's what you had to do in China. It's still there, even though a lot of people are saying it's losing itself. But take the guanxi, build it, try to follow influencers, and you have a lot of opportunities there. And I think like if you have passion, if you believe in something, and if you talk about it, like influence people about your ideas, you will achieve anything you want. So I think this is the crucial thing that we can learn today. And I hope you liked our little conversation. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Alan, it was a pleasure.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye bye.